It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me.
Does still look like £1 million, yeah? Good stuff. So how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I'm
Karl Porter.
Karl Porter live, ladies and gentlemen, the Albino live in, where are we again?
Cannock.
Next
to where?
Took me 5 days to get here in slow motion on Wrigley. But yeah, no, cheers for having me.
Nah, thanks for coming, man. Thanks for using public transport to try and get here on one of the hottest days of the year.
3 trains, love it. Absolutely love it.
Trains, planes and automobiles.
Honestly.
A film.
John
Candy, where everything goes, and anything that can goes wrong.
Back in day, wasn't it that? Was it like the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the first 2-3 trains were sound, buzzing, nice and smooth.
Yeah.
And something that's gone on in Birmingham, so I was just like, I love it. That one train.
Where you come from?
Blackpool. The sunny seaside. Shaun of the Dead in that town centre.
That one Blackpool, is he?
No, it's just not.
Just nothing there.
No, everyone's just knackered there. You know
Apart
what I mean?
from like Tyson Fury running up the beach or something.
If you see him, like, because I think he goes Blackpool quite a bit. He goes to a place called the Beach House, which is like the nicest place. Parks his car there, and it's Tyson Fury in it. You know what I mean? You're not going to say no to him, so
he can do what he wants, can't he?
Yeah.
So you've been busy, haven't you?
I have, yeah. Just doing, obviously, gigging, just doing some content with my agent and stuff. So yeah, it's living the life as a full-time comic. And
so you're not a content creator or a slow motion
man
artist.
It's weird, isn't it? Because I don't know, so, like, what's the other term, like influencer and that? But like, I don't know. I like to be called like a comic or a stand-up.
I've been
comedian.
watching your jokes, man. They're so funny. But like, I suppose people will know you for the one super viral video.
Yep. I think that's it now.
But have you hung your boots up? You don't do that anymore. You don't celebrate goals
Well, I don't like. I'll do like, obviously, like I used to work at a football stadium, so I'll do a lot of me ending stand-up comedy on football, and I'll do like the slide nominees in real life motion, because it's me like basically celebrating a goal, and then I think people assume like he's gonna do it, but I just
you don't do it. You don't give them the Easter egg. You don't give them the.
I'll do it at my Karl and Friends shows.
Yeah.
When I got them coming up, but other than that, I don't know. I just don't want to be that guy in any comedy club I go into. I'm kind of doing the slow mo and like.
People, I don't know, man, but you want your rock band, you want your Metallica to play into Sandman.
Yeah, you want your encore, innit?
Yeah.
But it's one of them, I guess.
That's kind of your Swan Song, innit? That's kind of your...
I think because I never thought it was ever going to go that big, because I used to do it in my set all the time, and it used to get like a really good reaction and stuff, and then when I put the video out, coming up 2 years now, I think people just assume, oh, he's going to do it. But then I kind of just like leant back and just thought, yeah. I just do a full 20 minutes. Boo, we didn't do it. No, we don't like him, even though we like that 20 minutes. But realise he didn't do the slow-mo in it, so get him out. But yeah, so I just kind of tend to stay away from it. And
what was it, 32 million was it at one point?
I think it got up to like 50 mil.
Wow.
Yeah, on my profile. But then again, so many pages... So many like Instagram pages, like
I think it was Lad Bible was the first thing I was seeing it on.
Yeah, I think like Sports Bible, ESPN, EA Sports, like it was just on. Yeah, Jesus, I lost count how many.
Why do you think it cost? What's the secret? What's the secret formula?
So, like people always tend to say, like it's kind of like universal in a way, where there's no listening out for anything. It's just watching. People obviously know what football is, and I think the illusion of like not seeing my legs in the shot sells it way better, and I think the quality of the video, I would have never got a better quality than that, because I didn't really tend to. I think because it was in London. I don't know if you heard of Up the Creek in Greenwich. So it was a gong show I was originally doing, and I had to last 5 minutes, and if I didn't last the 5 minutes, I would have got gonged off and booed off. But luckily I came on and I was like number 7 out of 50 acts. Like it's mental night. It goes on all night, and I came on and I just straight away did that pretty much.
So it was like an excuse to stretch out that 5 minutes?
Yeah, to be fair though, there's another clip on my socials where I do the tennis in slow motion. Like when you see that video, you see a flash go on me. That's the 2 minute so you get a 2 minute warning when you're doing the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then so basically no one can card you in 2 minutes. But once that flash goes, it's up to the audience. But I think because I did the slow motion straight away, I kind of won the audience. Like you can hear in the video that obviously they're giving me a really good. Yeah, no, cheers. Yeah. So from that, I got the footage the next day, gave it to my editor, and he clip. That was the first clip I originally put out, and it was just on a Monday morning at work, 11 o'clock in the morning.
What, did you already have a TikTok and Instagram and stuff?
Yeah, like so I had TikTok. I didn't really have because I've never
pull his channels up on the bottom. So
yeah, I've never had that video of the slow-mo original video. It's never gone on my TikTok because it was kind of like I built my TikTok up probably Christmas, probably like December 2023, 4 months after, and I just thought, do I put it on? Like, I probably could have got really good views from it, but I don't know. I guess because it had already been put on.
But your channels still did well, didn't they?
Yeah. Channels like.
So people hunted you down to see who you was.
Yeah. Like both channels, like Instagram and TikTok, have like gone. Obviously, what they started on 2 years, like what they were 2 years ago, I never would have thought they'd be where they are now.
It's a joke,
I guess. Yeah. Like it's just social media.
Yeah.
Like it is. It's very unpredictable. You don't know what's gonna. Because I never intended that was gonna pop as much as it did. Like, you know, I've got fans in like Indonesia asking me to always come over. If I put a video out of football or something, there's always comments from like South American, like Brazil and Argentina.
It's weird, like social media is and where you can go viral. I mean, watching Speed, is it in real life stuff? So when he goes to these...
IShowSpeed.
Yeah, so when he goes to these countries, he's swarmed. Like, he can't move. He takes his big bodyguards with him.
Yeah, he's like at that... I mean, he's at another level anywhere. He's just like super, super famous. Like, it's got to the point where, like he said, he needs bodyguards. And he is like a mad guy, isn't he? Because he's dead funny, isn't he? Because I love him, where he's just like walking around going... Arr! You know, just like doing mad stuff and people going, what?
I mean, he sounds more like a Rottweiler. Yours was like a puppy then.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, yeah. But yeah, he's... it gets to that level, doesn't it, of people where they start having bodyguards and like they've just got cameras everywhere.
And I've said this before, I thought he was like... He irritated me. And then I started digesting his content and watching it, and I thought, this bloke's clever. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's so calculated. You see his little eyes to the camera guy and stuff. You're like,
yeah. And he also, like, I've seen clips where he's like, he gives people money.
Yeah, they're all good guys. Kai Cenat as well.
Yeah, like loads of them are just like very down to earth people. I think people jump on that bandwagon of like, oh, like another guy or influencer doing this camera thing and wanting to get views and that, but deep down they're just doing what they love doing and they've made a career out of it.
I don't knock anyone.
Same. Like, you know, hats off to them, really.
But I was trying to find, like you said, it's not on your social channels. Now you've just explained why. But if you Google it, there's so many news stories, like you said, ESPN and everyone talking about it. But did you actually win the Gong night?
I did win the Gong night.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, cheers. I got a bottle of prosecco.
Yeah.
Came home and like footballers. Joking. But
squirted the missus.
All over. Like, so what are you doing? I'm like, fucking slow mo. Won it, us, babe. But no, yeah, she because obviously it was in London and I came back the next day and I told her and I was dead buzzing because like in comedy, doing a Gong show, it can go either way. You can like go on stage after, you know, traveling as well. You know, I weren't going to originally go down as well that night. I literally sat there about 12 o'clock and I was like, don't think I'll be asked doing this gig, babe, because I might not even get through. Yeah. And I think like, yeah, Gong shows are brutal and it kind of makes you think like, shall I do comedy anymore? Do you know, I don't know, it's that thing where it can like really just like hit you at some point.
Knock the wind out your sails.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, but I went down and it couldn't have gone better. And I was on so early, I thought, I might not win it, but I'm buzzing I've got through. But then obviously, yeah, I mean, the reaction of the from that video itself. Like,
when you're that funny though, and it's that good and that original, it's undeniable, isn't it? Because it is like I'm blowing smoke now, because it is sometimes political, and I say that about football or music. Yeah. It's like the politics of, well, actually he's getting through because he knows the judge, or he knows that he's here every week. Where this guy up north, we're not putting him through because he's...
Yeah, it's difficult to go to another part of the country as well, because like if I did my original stand-up where I come from, Northwest, it might struggle to hit, which I've done that before, but you know, going back to the football, like the clip itself, it's so like universal where people might not watch football but they'll still get it, I guess, because it's kind of intriguing to watch someone say off the cuff like, I do this in slow motion. I feel like it's a bit unique as well, like no one really goes on and says they're going to do this. Well,
the other thing which is close to is like a mime artist. Like your mannerisms, every minute change was like a mime artist.
Oh, cheers. Well, you know what the maddest thing is? Like, because my stand-up's like that anyway, observational and physical. Like, not every gig, but some people will come over and go, you've been acting school then, yeah? And I'll just go, nah, and they go, oh, like, I think the maddest story I heard, I was in Edinburgh last year with my mate. We're doing a split show, Ben Silver, if you heard of him. Check him out. A really good comic from up north. We went to this, like, Comedy Central party. It was kind of like a bit of a... invite only, and obviously ended up going, and we were playing pool. It was like this floor got rented out, so we could like have food, drinks, play some games, and I was like playing pool with my mate Ben, and then this guy came over who was from France, and he turns around and he's like, "You're that guy," and I was like, "Yeah." Obviously a few drinks in at this point, and he says, so he goes, "I go to a clowning school in France, and everyone's paying 15 to 20 grand a year to do this course for a year." I said, "Oh, okay." And then he said, "When your video went viral, when we turned up to do like a lesson, our teacher basically said, right, pulled the projector down. He got my video on like a big screen, and he said, this is where you need to be."
You're like a messiah.
Yeah, and I was just laughing, going, "I did this in my attic flat in Blackpool, like just messing around." And
you're doing it naked in front of the mirror.
Yeah, like door shut.
Yeah.
But yeah, to hear that, I was like, Jesus Christ! Like it made me laugh. But like my mate Ben was like, "That is mental. That someone's saying that's how highly it's been like looked at or something." So
you don't want to lean into that. You want to stay, because obviously you wrote funny jokes as well, unless you copy them from someone. I don't know, but
no, I appreciate it. I kind of like love to just do stand up in general, like any sort of topic, and I love writing. I love just like going on stage and trying new stuff and doing stuff I've been doing. I don't know. It's a weird one with the slow mo, because it's like I mentioned before. I just don't want to be known as that one trick pony. Like obviously I've always appreciated everyone's like complimentary comments, and everyone's saying like there's even people in the crowd say do it sometimes, but I don't know, I just kind of like, because it got bigger than it did, I never knew it was going to go this like through the roof or whatever. Maybe that's the reason where I'm like,
it's interesting perception, this is it's crazy, isn't it? Because it's put you out there, like,
but
it's right.
I can't thank them, like everyone enough who's like supported and like followed, and it's been
another massive compliment. Like Ricky Gervais, I mean, Will loves Ricky Gervais as well. He could have been just stayed as typecast as a David Brent, the Office character, but again he pivoted and he thought, no, I'm gonna.
I think people tend to forget how much he's done other than David Brent, because like we had the David Brent tribute at our wedding.
Really?
Last year, yeah.
Oh, that chap.
Yeah.
He's
Tim
class,
Oliver is
isn't he?
called. Yeah, he just rocked up and he was. It was mad. It was like.
I mean, that's David Brent now, not Ricky Gervais.
No, I was going to say, because I think he even said like there's an interview with Ricky Gervais and that David Brent, and he's like, this is the, this is the David Brent and all this.
So Afterlife as well. I'm a big fan of Afterlife.
Yeah. Did Derek?
Derek.
What was it as well? Extras.
Yeah.
Like all his stand up. He's been in films. Like he's global. You know what I mean?
Would you get into acting or not?
Yeah, I'd love to do acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But you're not like trained or anything.
No. Like I'm
so
just.
What's your like? Have you got in the industry?
It's a weird one, isn't it? Like, what type of like character would it be cast as? I'd love to do a sitcom.
Yeah.
Like, so I think the first
rom-com. Would your missus let you? Because you mentioned your missus a hell of a lot in the in your jokes, which I love as well.
I don't know. Like, I think if the opportunities arose and they were like, "Oh, do this or do that," I think it's just about doing the job professional, isn't it? Yeah. Regardless. But 2 pints lager and a packet of crisps. That was the first thing I ever watched, I think, as a comedy series, and that what got me kind of like thinking I'd love to do something like that. So I don't know, maybe a sitcom, maybe a film one day.
And you fancy a little walk on Coronation Street or Emmerdale?
Why not? It'd be pretty cool.
Who would you be? What character would you be?
I'd actually love to go in EastEnders and just be like Phil Mitchell's long lost relative or something. Because I'd love to just like walk in and like throw my bag down, and then one of them say, "Who are you?" And I go, "Your son." And then it ends. You're like, James on podcast. Something like that, I guess. Yeah.
So totally change your accent.
It's just like he's Cockney now. He's been lying to us from Northwest my ass.
So you said you worked at a football club?
Yeah, I used to work at Man City.
And you're a Liverpool fan? Yeah. Do the rest of the Liverpool fans know this or what?
I don't know, but like I made sure I'd left it a mess when I left. I was there for like 6 years. I was the binman there.
Oh, right.
Because obviously leaving uni 2015, you obviously like, I'm in the real world now. I can't just like do comedy straight away. And I worked for an agency in Manchester, and then we started doing shifts at the Etihad, where it was like turning the stadium back round after a match. And I actually enjoyed it. I love to be in, like, obviously I love football. Like, I just like absolutely love it. And to work in a football stadium, regardless of it being Liverpool, City, United, anyway, I was like, I'm in like the middle of this. So I started working there, and then I got like kind of pally with one of the assistant managers on the company. Like it was like a cleaning firm, OCS, if you've heard of him. And then I said like, I'd love to work here full time or just in general be on your books. So I did that. 2-3 years I was like 0 hour, just doing whatever shifts, and then like the Binman's job came up, and they were like, oh, you know how to drive, because like they were basically like, do you want to, have you got a driver's license? I was like, nah. They went, give me the keys to this truck, and they went, just drive it around the concourse a couple of times, see how you feel. I was like, well, it's only 4 miles an hour, I'm not going to go anywhere. So I just drove it for about half an hour, came back and I said, it's all right this. He went, start emptying the bins. Nice one. And then I just got that job, and then
like a big bin truck.
No, it's like a electric.
Oh, a little tiny.
Yeah, like you fit in it, and like when you're driving back, you couldn't beep at people because they're walking the same pace as the truck, so they'll be next to you going, "You beeping at me?" Yeah. I'm like, I can't see him. Keep driving. It was one of those like little electric tow trucks. It was only like, it must have been like you sit in it. It's not even that big at all. Like it's. And you just attach bins on, pardon me, and just you basically go around the stadium, empty all the bins, get them back in for the next game. But Man City, obviously, over the last like 10 years, they've been so at the top of the game. There's a game every three days, so it was like sometimes you'd work like 12 to 15 days straight, 12, 15 hours a day. Just
you get to watch the games or not?
Luckily, I just got very lucky when the games are on. I used to work in one of the suites. And like the chairman's suite it was, so you'd see like ex-footballers.
The chairman's suite.
Yeah. I know. I'm there like I just sit in a big chair like and go, don't need cleaning this, mate.
Luckily, I'm in the chairman's suite watching the game.
Yeah. Getting bosses like, oh, what are you doing? I used to like smash through my jobs just so I could stand on the terrace because it was dead quiet where I worked during match day. I could just watch the game, and it was like I was like in like 2016-17 when Pep came. They basically like built a 2-floor different suite. It was called Tunnel Club. Well, it's there now, and it's like the players walk through it when they get off the coach, so you get to see it all in like up close basically. And it was good because it was like after the game you'd clean the changing rooms and that, and you'd see all players. Just see Pep go in his office like that, sit in Pep's chair like that. You do this over there, you go down now. Yeah, it's all right, this, isn't it? Oh, yeah, Pep's back. Get up, like that, do some work. But, yeah, it was a good laugh.
Taking the bins out.
Oh, yeah.
You ever give him advice?
You want that bin empty, Pep? We need everything now, Karl, come on. It's like 4-4-2. Fucking Jesus Christ.
But I bet you did it to the best of your ability, didn't you, if he was telling you to do
all about the consistency, the ability to shine, progress, and really go forward. Not just as a comedian, as a binman. Get the bins out there, smash them out, get back home and just make a brew and go, smash that, babe. You want a brew? Yeah. Get another brew on there, babe.
We had a joke in football. It was like, you can only give 110%. It's a game of two halves. All the cliches.
Yeah, I was going to say that in the change room. It's like
that was the most awkward thing in football. You do an huddle before the games, and the captain say, "Right, lads," and it'd be like the most generic speech. Some of them you're just looking at.
Yeah, I was going to say, just going.
It's awkward. Come on, then, let's do it.
I'll never forget Gerard's again after Norwich. 2014 when ironically he said like, this does not fucking slip now, boys. This does not slip.
Couldn't make that up, could you?
No, honestly. And I was just like, obviously, it's to like United fans and everyone, like, you kind of like look back and go, way, whatever. But like, genuinely just felt sorry because he's like, the reason I fell in love with Liverpool and football in general was Gerard. Like watching him like grow up, I was like, and it was gutting, not to see him win the Premier League, but it's football, isn't it?
What a shock moment that is.
I couldn't believe it. I was at my mum's watching that game, that Chelsea game.
Yeah.
I came back. I was at uni at the time, and I was like, I'll come back for the weekend. And like I mentioned, all three of my brothers are United fans, and I never sank into a chair more when he slipped, and I was like, oh
your youngest brother, or
yeah. So I've got a twin brother who's 11 minutes older. Thinks he's somewhat, gives it out and that, but
big brother.
He is a good man. And then 2 older brothers. Yeah.
You just weren't as quick as him.
Like I said, slow motion. It took me ages to get out. Mum's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
yeah, stop making jokes on birth.
Yeah.
11-minute joke.
God,
That's got to be. So did you become a Liverpool fan just to taunt your brothers, do you reckon?
I don't know, like maybe they look at it as that way, where they just think like.
And you worked at Man City to taunt your brothers.
That's what I mean. The trio, me, Man United brothers, Liverpool fan, and worked at Man City. Couldn't write it, could you? It's like the Gerard slip. Couldn't write a guy to do that.
No,
but
what a pivotal moment that was in football, that Gerard slip. I was just thinking of other ones as well. That Troy Deeney, the last-minute goal for Watford.
Hulk!
Yeah.
Deeney! Yeah, it was gutting because they got to the final, didn't they, the playoffs, but I think they just missed out. But, yeah, that moment must have been Yeah, what? Wow.
He went on to have a good career because he was in Walsall youth team 2 years below me. So to see what he's gone on to do as a target
beast,
man.
wasn't he? Like one of those players who just crashed into people and that.
You couldn't stop him, could you?
No.
Did you watch him playing in Ballers League? Did you watch that?
I watched a couple of clips when he went into, and then a guy tried to react and knee him, and he was just looking at him like.
So I'm gonna message. Are you auditioned for that Ballers League or whatever?
Oh,
it was, up in Manchester.
Yeah.
And the strap something on Rocket was there, who used to do Soccer AM. He was producing it.
Oh, okay.
So that was crazy seeing him. But then they put this thing on my chest and did these counts, and I said, okay, we're doing a speed test. And I said, look, I don't need to do this speed test. I can tell you I'm not the quickest. When you've got a ball at the feet, you're not getting it off me, and I'm scoring goals.
I would have loved to have been a part of that, me. Like, so I used to watch it. Like, I was watching it as well. Obviously, with Angry Ginge and who else did you have? You had one of the.
KSI was involved.
KSI was he involved?
Yeah, and then you had.
There was a few more, obviously, content, but obviously, Angry Ginge seemed like the standout guy because I follow him on social media, so I knew he was involved in that because he's smashed it as well. He was doing Soccer Aid recently.
He's a joke. Well, he got man of the match. They asked me who I'd want to play for, and I said Angry Ginge. I said,
it'd be sick, man. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, is that going to be a yearly thing?
I believe so. Yeah, it's come over from Europe, hasn't it? I think it was Germany or somewhere, and it's been very successful. I mean, they got all the ex-footballers and celebrities involved, didn't they? So,
yeah, near the end, didn't they? Like John Anarisa still smashing goals in top.
Do you play or not?
I used to play growing up and that. I was doing a charity football match with the comedians in. I don't know if you know Tony Carroll from Hot Water. So he and another guy, Jack Miller, if you've heard of him. They ran a charity football match at the. It was in Liverpool. I forgot what the ground. Marine. I think Marine. The team was. It was just at their ground, and we did
Marine. It's a shithole.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all right to be fair.
But yeah, no, we did a comedians game. It was just two teams, and I think I was. Obviously, I won. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Didn't score, but. It's all about the win at the end, isn't it, Kyle? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it is, Karl. It is very
got the
much
win,
so.
Got the trophy lift, did it in slow motion.
I'll pass you a guy's number after this. Kev used to play for Wimbledon, but he does the celeb games. So he has Cal the Dragon plays and the Married at First Sight folk play with him and that. So you'd be classy in that viewer. Because like you said,
I'll just be manager.
Everyone recognises you.
Yeah. We're going like that. And he's like Troy Deeney's
just on the pitch running in slow motion.
Yeah, take him. Oh, Jesus, I'd love that.
What's the secrets to the trade? If you're going to tell me to run in slow motion, what do I need to do?
It's weird, because because a lot of people I've seen reaction videos and split videos through the last couple of years, and people try and recreate it. And obviously, fair play, they're doing best of their ability, but it's something where I don't know. It's a weird one. I can't really teach it, I guess. I guess I'm just very.
I thought I was getting some secret tips.
I sound like a vain bastard doing that, don't I? But I'd happily
Sometimes it's natural. It comes natural. My slow motion face.
I think I'm very fortunate to just because I used to obviously growing up watching football. I used to be pretending to slide on my knees when I was 10 and that watching football. Mum would walk in and go, "You're pathetic. Grow up." I'm like that. I'm winning here. What you on about? And then I just kind of incorporated it into my stand-up one day. I just went.
You know what it is? It's your micro expressions. You can see every change in your face.
Oh, really?
I showed you that Zootopia thing before we started filming,
it's
and it's some two sloths. He's class, isn't he?
Yeah.
Are you on tour now?
I'm just doing Karl and Friends at the minute, building up to a tour. Yeah, I'm in London in a couple of months. So yeah, the plan is to do a tour maybe next year. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be a bucket list thing to do. Yeah, love to do that.
I'm working on your material now or not?
Yeah, I'm pretty much getting close to an hour now because obviously you need 45 minutes to an hour to be able to kind of obviously take something on tour and be, up and down the country. So yeah, I mean, it'd be a sick feeling that people turning up to watch you do your full hour.
What's your process, man? Because I like writing. I was a musician. I wrote songs. I like writing stories, poetry.
Okay.
That sounds a bit soft, but
no, why not?
Yeah. What's your process?
It's weird with me because a lot of people, if you go to comedy nights, even when you're starting off or even when you do new material, mostly people turn up with a notepad. And you can see him going through it, and I just have it. And I know it sounds a bit like David Brent. He goes, where's your there's a clip where Neil's having a go at him and thing, and he's just he goes, you never write anything down, and he's like, It's all up here. And he goes, it isn't. He goes, most of it is. But like that is genuinely me where I'll write bullet points. So I'll be like, guy at the gym, people in Blackpool, older brother at parties, and I'll just improvise off it. And I'll stick to the same thing, but it kind of gets bigger and bigger. Like,
what was it, Jimmy in Blackpool, older brother at parties?
Yeah, just stuff like that. I'll be like, you ever see that guy in the gym who does deadlifts and makes like a weird noise after every time he does, like, you know, when he's like, oh.
Yeah,
like when he's
or
doing
when you're
all
on
that
the
stuff.
treadmill and guys walking past the window and...
He knows, and he's starting on me,
Yeah, because they're good jokes, mate. I'm not lying, I'm not blowing smoke, it's funny stuff. Yeah, so where'd you go from there then? So you say you're interested in getting into acting, you're interested in doing more stand-up?
Yeah, like I'm kind of got like a few things coming up which I'm not really allowed to speak about because it's all
another
I know
secret agents.
one of those.
We have a few of these.
Oh yeah, I do apologise. Obviously, I'm up for, but it's one of them where you know you kind of like just got to wait until the thing comes out, I guess. Or
yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
like I said with my last few episodes, I need to be careful what I talk about.
Yeah,
some of the sensitive.
No, because you get like you know like you kind of going back and forth, and it just like naturally comes out where you're chatting, and then you get home and go. No, but yeah, I've got some good things coming up in the next couple of months, so it's.
I scare Will sometimes. He's like, "Oh, you're scared that you're going to lose your job."
Is
no, I'll be all right.
He's there in the corner going, "Oh God, no."
So what do you mean, like stand-up stuff or what?
Yeah, stand-up, and then also other stuff like on camera and that.
You ever thought about the radio?
I wouldn't mind doing like anything like radio, podcast, or like I mentioned, a sitcom.
Oh man, that would be class.
Yeah.
You not thought of just writing your own sitcom?
It's weird with me because if I get a script in that, I can make it my own kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like or character or anything on stage, but when it comes to like the writing side, I feel like obviously I've written, you know, the slow-mo thing, you know what I mean, or the manager's sketches where. But it's weird because I just envision it more than writing it down. Like if someone's like I did Carlo Ancelotti reactions, which did really well on Instagram, and I said to my editor, I was like, "We'll go in the middle of a field somewhere, quiet, and I'll just react close up to camera." And like again, you just never know what's gonna do well on the internet or anything in general. So I'm like good at that, I guess. But if you have to sit down, like I'd obviously like give it a go and stuff, but I'd feel like I'd just be like. No one would get my structure apart from me. Going back to Dave Brent again. It's all up here.
But I mean, he wrote his stuff, didn't he? You see the ones that are saying, well, we wasn't getting cast for anything, so we had to go out and be creative and write our own stuff.
Yeah.
But mate, I've got another great blowing smoke up your arse with this one. You remind me a bit of Aid Edmondson and Rick Mail from the Young Ones and stuff.
Oh shit, no way. I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I'm big fans of them. Like, I'd love to get Aid on.
Yeah.
The Young Ones, man. And Bottom growing up.
Bottom, yeah.
Bottom was amazing.
Was it? Yeah. What was his name again?
Aid Edmondson, Rick Mail.
Yeah, Rick. He's no longer with us.
No, he. I think it was cancer. I don't know what it was, but they was real performers. Like they would sweat. And when I watched them live at the NEC when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was on a beach holiday, and they're like an old gay couple, aren't they? How they play it out.
Yeah, Bottom. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, it's just like, because I know Rick like passed away a few years ago, didn't he? So it was like big in the like news and stuff like that. But no, I appreciate that. That's
you need to watch them.
Iconic,
Did you ever watch?
Lee Evans is my favourite.
He was some animated performer.
Yeah, man, he's my idol. I fucking love him.
He would.
My wife doesn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it would. It was so exhausting for him, wasn't it? Like he retired quite early, didn't he, Lee Evans?
I think he, not to sound like negative, but I felt like he retired at the right time. Maybe he just felt it.
I think it was the energy he put into it.
Because you could tell like in his last tour compared to like his first tour.
Yeah.
Obviously you get old, you know what I mean? It's just it's like football or anything, you know, where you start to think, oh, I'm slowing down. But his comedy is so energetic and.
I was like 25 when I started to slow down. It was very early.
Yeah.
But no, it's like something about Mary.
Yeah, because he's not a trained actor.
No.
And like
it's just a visual.
Because he used to
slapstick. Would you call it slap? I don't know.
Like slapstick. Yeah, slapstick kind of
Lauren
comedy.
Hardy.
Yeah, Charlie. No, he was it.
Charlie Chaplin.
Norman Wisdom was his idol. He said, growing up. So you could tell like if you watch him, like, and yeah, I mean, if I ever met him, Jesus, my wife's like, oh, you clapped, wouldn't you? I'm like, probably.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
You not heard of him or anything? Because I bet you've got some famous people who follow you, haven't you?
I've done all right. Well, it's a weird one with me because I've got like...
No one slid into your DMs or anything?
I had recently actually, which, you know what, it was a very, very like really nice message, and I've not really told anyone about the message because it just felt like it was a bit personal. James Corden.
Wow.
I was actually at a barbecue, like, and we were chilling outside afterwards. It was literally about 2 months ago. I put like a video out it did really well, and like just Instagram came up and it was a message in it. I seen his face on the profile, and in my head I thought, who has James Corden as the profile other than James Corden? You know, just thinking it was a fake account or just some random account. And then I clicked on it. It's like 11 o'clock at night, chilling with all like my wife and the mates, and then I'm just going like that, and I open it up and it's James Corden's official account, and pretty much the message was like, you know, like just what, you know, sorry to like message you out the blue, and I was like, you know what I mean, wow. And he was just like, just keep doing what you're doing, like, you know what I mean, you're a talented guy, and it was just nice. And then I looked and I went follow back. I was like, fuck, follow him back. Yeah. Like,
so what did you say? Just thanks?
Oh mate, I gave him a voice note because I went upstairs into this house and I gave him the shakiest voice note ever. I was like, oh yeah, no, oh, cheers mate. Yeah, big comedy fan. And like after I sent it, I went, oh, that was pathetic. You know what I mean? He's probably listening to that going, look at this guy here. Like, but
what was his program as well? The one at Christmas.
Gavin and Stacey.
Gavin and Stacey.
Yeah, like the
tearjerker. I love you.
It was, what was it? It was like the after 7 years, because everyone was like, is he going to be married to, what was her name now?
Tess. Was it Tess?
No, it was Ruby Jones, wasn't it? But I can't think of what's the character's name?
We'll pull it up.
Oh, Jesus, Stacey and I'm going to not Gwyn. That's Stacey's mum. Oh my God, I'm going to be fuming when he tells it, man. I can't believe it.
What's the actress name?
Ruby Jones, I think. Just tell me what the first letter is. No, Nessa.
Nessa, yeah.
Nessa, that's it. Come on.
And what did she say?
Because
she had a catchphrase, didn't she?
All right. What's occurring?
What's occurring?
What's occurring?
Yeah. I'll stay away from the impressions. Is it? I thought you was doing something.
I thought you were going to get something, yeah.
No.
But yeah, I think in football, I have like a few ex-footballers or current footballers following me, which is cool. Aubameyang.
No way.
From Arsenal. Jorginho. I think he plays for Arsenal, is he?
Yeah.
I think he came to my show actually in London about a year and a half ago. I think I just seen him following me. I don't even know how I found out he followed me, but I just messaged going, no way you follow me, this is mental. And then he went, oh, you'll have to let me know when you're in London. And I just said, oh, come down to my show and I'll just get you in. I sent him my show. I said it's in my bio. Next thing, he sends me a picture of the ticket saying, see you there. I didn't get to see him. I don't know, but I was like, Jorginho.
You messaged him after or not?
Yeah, I just said, like, I hope you enjoyed the show and that. And he just went, don't talk to me, mate. No. But yeah, and then I don't know if you ever watched Prison Break. So Dominic Purcell.
Teabag.
No, Lincoln Burrows.
Really?
He follows me, yeah.
What a random shot.
I know, yeah. Because like I was chatting to someone the other day and they went, who's the most famous person? And off them names, you'd probably say James Corden or like one of the footballers because they've got millions of followers, like Corden. But I was just like, Lincoln Burrows was like my favourite character in Prison Break. And I think I followed him, and then I woke up one morning, she was getting ready next to me, and then like, you know what I mean, just makeup and that. I think she was getting ready for a gig actually. And I just remember looking at my phone and like when you go on your notifications and if someone obviously with a verified account follow you, it comes up at the top, and it just come up like Dominic Purcell, and I was like that for ages. And she was like, what? And I was like, she went, who's died? I was like, Prison Break. She never watched it.
Prison Break.
Yeah, she was like, oh, what's that show? And I was like, don't talk to me.
That's the main bro, ain't he? It's the main guy.
The guy who's been sent down for a crime he didn't commit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
what,
obviously...
The big bro or the little bro?
Yeah, the big one with Skinner.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, man, I was
He's
like...
a beast, wasn't he?
Yeah, I loved him, mate. He just smashed everyone in.
Yeah.
Just throw a teabag about a little bit.
Mate, that was a big thing back in the day with football box sets. So whether it was Prison Break or Heroes or Lost or Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
Mate, Walking Dead.
I never watched it.
Why did you just mention it then?
I don't know, because I know it was huge. But didn't it go on for like 20 years?
Yeah, and I loved every single one of them. Nah, like my lad's 12 now, and we literally watched it, we binged it last year or the year before, maybe in COVID. Oh wow, you were binge watching something.
Yeah, well, that binge watching, you'd be binge watching that for your 20s, wouldn't you?
It was class.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, it's huge. It was like
4 or 5 episodes a night. Then we ended up going to Comic-Con and meeting them all, and then
really?
getting a signed sword, and he's got the hat and the little girl, his daughter. I won't give any spoilers away, but I've already given massive.
What's he
spoiler.
called? The main guy, the police officer. He was in a
Rick Grimes.
Yeah, he was in
and Karl, his son.
If I ever seen him, me, I go, Love Actually, mate. You were sick in that, you know.
He just sold a sign out.
Yeah,
he was a silent
Keira
actor,
Knightley, yeah.
What did I do recently? Squid Games.
I've watched the first series. I've not.
Yeah.
How many series is it now?
3
Is
now.
it 3?
It's just the 3rd season's just come on.
Jesus Christ. I think, what's your favourite sitcom ever?
What?
What's your favourite,
You're
like...
asking me what mine is?
All sitcom drama, like...
As in like American ones?
Series,
Or like,
just overall.
that's a tough question, man. I mean, like I said, again, the young ones, Aid Edmondson and Rick Mayall growing up, loved that comedy.
Yeah.
But like...
All right, then. What about TV series, then?
TV series, I'd probably The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Just binge watching How I Met Your Mother on Disney.
Yeah,
That's funny, man. I had no idea that was a thing.
I watched the episodes. It's
Mate,
pretty
it's
funny.
really good, man. The one guy's dead funny.
What about... Do you ever watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I did Breaking Bad.
Yeah, man.
My lad wasn't into it. Maybe he's too young for it. I don't know.
Like, yeah, well, I think I think that and Prison Break I can't separate.
Like drama sitcoms.
Yeah, just that type of like series, I'd say. Yeah.
There's the Big Bang Theory. You watch that as well. That comedy. You're into some serious shit, really, being a comedian.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Big Bang Theory. No.
But aren't comedians the best at that with like drama and comedy?
Well, like.
Going from like being able to play off really happy and energetic. To,
Yeah, I mean, you only have to think of like Robin Williams.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah,
man.
you.
What a talent, man.
Yeah, did you ever watch the creepy film called 1 Hour Photo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The photographer.
Yeah, and he's like proper weirdo
He
in
looks
that.
like
innit?
you in that, doesn't he?
Blonde hair in that. Just give me
Oh,
some
he's
glasses.
after a remake. That's what he's after.
Imagine that reboot. Carl, do you want to do it? Yeah.
I can creep
Yeah,
around.
get in the corner. But yeah, what a weird film. And then you see him in Mrs. Doubtfire, or you see him on the stage.
I mentioned the film the other week to Sasha. It was What Dreams May Come, and he died and went to heaven, and he played a serious role in that. And I'm a crier. I am big soft as shit. Yeah. So I get emotional in films like that. I cry at everything. I cry at adverts these days. I don't know what's going on with me.
I do cry at like. Said it on camera now, I think like just certain
His missus
things.
is going to be pulling him up now for
She's
this
probably
one.
just watching it going.
He said it.
Pussy.
He's got to text his missus.
Get on like that. Are you alright, babe? It was great that. Oh, was it? I'm like, yeah, sound. I'm trying to think last thing I cried at. Probably when Liverpool won league.
Mate, I know. Tell me about it.
I was on a train on the way back from a gig when we beat Tottenham to officially win it, and I was on a train and it was like just loads of families, and I was trying to hold it together. And I was like,
When did that? So it's twice in how many years now?
twice in 6 years.
Did you think it was going to do it so soon after Klopp going?
No. Well, everyone was like Arne Slot, Arne who kind of thing. They were like Liverpool downhill now. Probably have like a bit of a similar pattern to Man United when Fergie left. But yeah, I mean, even the business is done this summer. It just kind of comes across like we mean serious business, and we're not just going to win a league every 5 years.
Yeah.
We're like, no, we want to do what City
You even
do.
look more credible, more cemented.
Yeah, like I'm I can't believe what we've done this summer so far. We're linked to Gahey as well from Palace, and then I don't think we'll get Isak, but it's the
What
fact
do you think
that
the most damage is though? Trent going.
yeah, in some way, but I feel like Conor Bradley and Frimpong who's come in, like we can't really complain because they're very two different style of right backs. Because Conor Bradley's a beast in right back.
Yeah.
I feel like not just saying it because Trent's left, but last year and half the year before that, obviously Trent's like an unbelievable player. Like the attributes he has with the ball, the crossing, passing, everyone knows what he's capable of. But I think Conor Bradley did a similar job, and you kind of forget that that's Trent's nailed down position where you're like, well, Conor Bradley does just as good as a job in defending. So, and he gets up the field, he's young.
Trent gets a lot of flack as well, though. Like, my brother's not a fan. I am. I like Trent because he plays forward, but half the people I talk to don't appreciate him.
I think
I don't know why.
I kind of like see both sides of the coin with him leaving. You know what I mean? Like, I know it was like because he's a local. Obviously, I'm not a Scouse lad. You know what I mean? But him being from local lad, 20 years in the from like 6 to 26, like it's a difficult one because maybe he could have gone about it another way of like maybe saying you know, because he didn't give anything off. And I think the only thing what pissed me off recently was when he had his introduction. I don't know if you watched it on stage. So he basically did his first presentation at Madrid in the most fluent Spanish you've ever heard. Honestly, it was that good and that crisp. My wife used to sing in Spain like years ago, like on and off for 6 months, and when we go to Spain or somewhere, she's like I feel like she's like, obviously she'll go, no, I don't really know it a lot, but she's really good at holding conversations, like, you know, if we need to ask for something or just in general. He was like, no, because he went, I've been practicing for 2 months. I was like, mate, you've been practicing for 2 years, 2 decades. Like, it was too good. Like, you know what I mean? And it was just a bit of a kick in the balls where, you know what, I'm sat here now and I'll say good luck to him. Hope he has an unbelievable rest of his career at Madrid if he goes anywhere else. But I just felt like he could have gone it maybe a little bit in like a different way about him leaving. He could have just like, because there was a point where obviously he cried in that on the pitch, and then I don't know if you saw, there's a clip when we were doing the parade, like obviously the bus going through with the Premier League, and he started crying at the front of the bus, and Salah was there, and then Curtis Jones, the Scouse lad with us, he looked at Trent and looked at Salah and went, started gesturing like, look at him for cameras, crying, and he was basically having none of it, and it was a kind of like, well, you know, you've kind of made your mind up going to Madrid now, so just...
Well, I was going to say that. Do you think there's more behind the scenes? Because it's quite...
I think so.
Is it like not an English club? I know that's a strange comment to make, but it's like, you know, is it more run by foreigners, so his face probably doesn't fit?
I'm not too sure. Like, I just feel like with Madrid...
I don't know, is the honest answer.
I obviously get the appeal with Real Madrid because they are the biggest club in the world, and everyone always grows up and says, I'd love to... You know, you think of like... You know, Owen, Beckham, Bale, McManaman, all these players have like gone, if I get the chance to go, I'll go. So you kind of get it from that perspective. But I think it was just because he said in interviews, you know, like he wants to be future captain. He wants to, he doesn't see himself anywhere else. And it's just gutting when I think this team as well with Liverpool, when you think of like Gerard could have gone, he probably could have gone Gerard, but because he was such a like through and through scouser, he could have gone to Chelsea, won leagues. Yeah. Same with Madrid, but with Trent, we're probably having our best period of like trophies in probably 30 years, 40 years.
That's a fair point, like you said. Like Gerard stayed and didn't win anything, and Trent's...
Oh, he won a few.
Well, of course he
No,
did.
I know what you mean.
No, sorry, I mean Premiership. You're
yeah. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Denver Bar.
PTSD. So I get it, like Trent's won them, and now he's like, I can go and win another league now.
Yeah, like if he stayed, you know, we kind of would have been one of the favourites to win the league, Champions League, but at the same time, he's won everything at Liverpool. You know what I mean?
Nothing else to prove, is it?
That's it in some way, but then again, he could have stayed for another 6-7 years, maybe won another 2-3, cemented himself as potentially the greatest Liverpool player ever. Yeah. Like in terms of like the Premier League era or whatever, but it's what like you mentioned before, it is football. You know, the best players never stay.
It's a fickle game as well.
Yeah.
There'll be somebody else who's just as good as him in another year's time.
Well, that's it. You think of like Ronaldo at Man United, like he was like the best player in the world, and again, Madrid.
Is he going back or what? Did you read that or see that?
Who, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
What, to United?
Yeah.
I think he's just signed El Nasser, hasn't he? He's just signed a 2-year deal, but I wouldn't see him going back for the point of they kind of pushed him out, didn't they?
Oh well, yeah. The manager's changed now, though, and it was very much a him decision.
Yeah.
Do you watch that United stand as well on YouTube?
I do watch. Is it Goldbridge?
Yeah.
Oh bloody hell! No! He's just standing there like the Statue of Liberty. Like I don't know.
He's got a Goldbridge impression as well.
I love Goldbridge. You know what though? He's so good for the fact that Man United are so bad.
Yeah.
Because if Man United were at how they were 20 years ago, it wouldn't be as entertaining. Obviously, it's like he's very good, articulate, and you know he's very good at on camera, you know, presenting and talking and stuff. But you can just tell, like, you know, the clips. What I love to watch is when he's having a meltdown because he's a passionate fan, and it's just.
Oh yeah, he's never watched a United game live, and he lives in Solihull.
What at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Sure, yeah.
Well, I think he does live round here somewhere. I don't think he.
does he not live in Manchester? Yeah, because he definitely doesn't sound like he's from Manchester, but.
So I think that's what pisses off the Manx because he's not a thoroughbred.
You know what though? He's hilarious. I think he's
good at what he does.
I think he's comedy gold, me. I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's like when United lose big, the first thing I type in is.
Is he really? You go straight to the
I just
channel?
go Goldbridge reaction, and it's just him going, Oh, like, I remember when Liverpool beat him 7-0. Like, he was hiding behind the chair at, like, near the end of the game. He was just like, I can't watch. And he just stands up and he's walking around, and it's just like love
it's
it.
a good point, because like the modern football fans these days seem to be engaging with that content more than like the traditional televised studio of 4 chaps in suits talking about it.
Yeah.
There's like a change, isn't
it's
there?
just social media and the internet, isn't it? Now you can just do that much. I love it, me though. I'd love to like do something like football wise. I feel like I've got a decent like knowledge of the Premier League and that. Do you know what I mean?
What, you reckon you're going to be a Premiership manager as well?
No, not like that. I think with trivia and that, you know, like if there's ever like if we do like we go to a quiz every Thursday, me and my wife, and if any sports questions come up, like related to the Premier League or something like that, I always like it. She'll just give me the iPad and I'll just go boom, and I'll always get it dead fast, and I'll just look and go, I bet no one else knew who the first Golden Boot winner was in the Premier League, 1992.
Who was he?
Do you know?
1992 Golden Boot.
92 to 93, wasn't it? Yeah, it would have been, because that was the first season. Yeah, the first Premier League Golden Boot.
Oh, I'm gonna guess, but I'm gonna say like Bergkamp.
No.
No.
I don't think he was at Arsenal.
Oh, he's gonna be like a Dwight York and Andy Cole.
Close, in terms of like that era and that team.
Yeah. Not Cantona.
No, but you're on the right lines in terms of like that position, Man United.
So you're saying Man United striker?
Yeah.
It's going to be like not a main name, is he?
I'd say he was like big back in the day.
Have I got it here? What little fathead have I got here? Not
Well,
Giggs.
Think of a very important final in 99.
99 final. Man
Chap.
United.
Yeah.
Nah, go on, you're going to have to tell me.
Teddy Sheringham.
Did I not say Teddy Sheringham?
No. He said York and Cole.
Sheringham was the first Golden Boot?
But yeah. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
And if he's not, we're just gonna
Nottingham
slam
Forest,
it.
I think he was at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
That's amazing, that is.
Yeah. Like, because obviously with the what was your 1999 final, they scored like 2 goals in 2 minutes, didn't they? Because he scored the equaliser, didn't he?
When you mentioned Bale, man, like I was just thinking of players myself. Like, I'm not saying like he's underperformed, but he's like a name nobody talks about, because I suppose he went to Europe and wherever he went, Madrid. But what a player he was! Just
Oh God, like especially
so gifted.
I think he got like 2. He won the PFA Player of the Year like twice.
Yeah.
In that period from like 2008 to 13, he was, like
Untouchable.
Honestly, like, because so many players say as well, like he was so hard to play against, and the pace, like his ability was insane, wasn't it?
Like the way I see him as well from playing the game, he was an emotional player, so he needed to fill the bollocks to be the bollocks.
Yeah.
And when his passion went, he was like, I'm not bothered. Do you know
I think
what I mean?
he like. Do you know what though? Like with Real Madrid, it's like even Ronaldo was, at a point was getting booed, and it was just like, you're greatest ever player. Like Madrid are very. I don't want to ever slag any fans off in that, but they're very sometimes entitled, aren't they? Madrid, where I just feel like with players, like if Trent starts to fade for like 2 or 3 games, it'll be known by the crowd.
Yeah.
Where I don't think like it really happens anywhere else. Like I said, Bale got booed so much, didn't he? Benzema, Ronaldo, I think even Vinny Jr. at some point, and you just think like
they all turn on you at some point.
Yeah, it's mental. Like, cause I've never known that in the Premier League. Really, like look how bad United have been. I've never really known them direct at a certain player when they've not done well.
The fans I'd say apart from Liverpool, it's more like a business now, though, isn't it? The fans have changed. It's more international fan base now.
Yeah.
Look around the stand and you think how many Scousers are actually in the stand. I don't know.
Yeah, they always like, people always joke about that, don't they? Like where they say if you like shut the airports and the boats and stuff, how many?
And you can't knock it because it's selling tickets, and it's making
It's
more
global
money.
sport now, isn't it?
It's making more money than it's ever made. But that's why I'll always champion non-league football, man. And the fans I speak to, like they'll do message you and they'll say it means so much to us that you can come and talk to us after the game and see us.
Yeah.
Or,
I love like Championship, for example. I love different teams coming up.
Yeah.
Like when obviously Burnley, my wife's cousin is the head groundsman at Burnley.
Is he?
Dead sound guy. I was with him on the weekend actually, cutting the grass. No, I'm joking. But
At Burnley?
Yeah, just like that. He's got this, isn't it? No, he's coming over now, isn't he? Yeah, I'm going to get booted out. But again, like Burnley came up, so I have a bit of a soft spot for Burnley because my mum was born there as well. So if they come up, I'm kind of like out buzzing. And we also have a chance to go to Burnley, Liverpool. You know what I mean? If they come up. But like I think when Luton came up recently, like Brentford, Brighton,
Ipswich
as well. Like I just love the stories of teams coming back up after so many years. Or because there was a point where it was like Watford, nothing against like Watford, Norwich, West Brom, but it was just like you felt like teams went down and then they came straight back up, and it was just a bit like Leicester as
Wolves
well. Yeah,
did it for a number of years.
Yeah, Leicester are down again. That's
gone down again.
Yeah, it's a mad
Can't
one, that, isn't it?
now, you know. Can't keep up looking at the leagues.
Yeah, well, no, he went down this year. Leicester.
Southampton
were dead and buried time ago, and then I think it was Ipswich.
Yeah.
It was the worst relegation battle in a long time this year.
It was a big leap, wasn't it, from them and everyone else?
No, I think you know what, Spurs and Man United were very lucky it wasn't a more competitive relegation battle because they would have been in it. I think they only got like 40 points, them too.
Strange season, wasn't it? But yeah, touching on Ipswich, my mate, the captain Sam Morsey. I was at Port Vale with him. He was he was a great lad coming through. Asked questions, so eager, so keen.
Yeah.
Had the right attitude, was good on the football pitch. So you knew he was going places. It's just a matter of time. And then you see him pop up at Chesterfield and Wigan, and he was winning leagues. He was consistent. Then he went to Ipswich and to get promoted.
Yeah.
And then he's just had a season as a captain in a Premiership team.
Yeah,
playing against the Liverpools and the Uniteds.
I mean, what a story. I mean, coming from there to there. I love that. Yeah. Same with like Jamie Vardy, wasn't it? He was at like
Vardy.
Oh, because I know his story comes up quite a lot with what he's done.
Stocksbridge Park Steels. That's where he was.
Yeah. He's mental. No, like cause he's a character as well, isn't he? Yeah. I just look football, like because obviously I went to EA Sports launch night. About a year and a half ago. It was like when I got invited down and they just said, "Come on stage, we'll introduce a new game, and we just want you to do the slow mo on stage." And I was like, "Yeah, sound." We had wristbands to the VIP upstairs, and it was like Ian Wright was there.
No way.
Thierry Henry, Rio Ferdinand. I heard 2 Liverpool players were due to come, but because we were in the Europa League that year, obviously Europa League's on a Thursday and the event was on a Thursday, and I got told the night before the 2 players who was meant to come, and I was like, Jota and Van Dijk.
Yeah.
I was like, big Verge, man. I would have And there's this moment where like I don't know if it was said about like if they were talking about me, but I did the slow mo on stage and then I came off, and then I got escorted upstairs. And then as I got upstairs, I saw Ian Wright and Henry, and I just remember Ian Wright looking at me, and then he kind of looked at me for a couple of seconds, and he looked at Henry and went, and in my head I went, "Oh my God, babe's chatting about me," like you like kind of imagining it. And
then, there's that twatty. Does that thing.
It's just like, guys, you're still doing that. Look, grow up. You're 30, mate. You all right, mate?
Was you waving in?
Yeah, Ian Wright's just like, not having it, mate. But yeah, like, because I got a picture of Henry, because he got off like dead early, because he's Henry, innit? You know what I mean? I just said to my wife, I said, we'll sit like, because there was influencers and people going up to their booth and just sitting down. Yeah. And you could tell, like, you know, Ian Wright and that were like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to, I feel like if you go over and want to greet one of your, like, the best players ever, you're just going to go over and go, oh, you know, it's all right to get a picture and that. People just like walking over going, oh, fucking man, it's mad this night, innit? Like, Henry's just like, what are you doing? But like, he was getting off, and then I was like, babe, I've got to ask, I'm never going to meet him again. And then as he was walking past me, I went, Thierry, just get a quick picture. And he was like, of course. So I was like that. Oh, Gucci. And then he got off, and I was like, oh, Thierry Henry, innit? Like, I'm a Liverpool fan, innit? But, you know, football, like,
legends of the game, mate. These people.
Henry, anyway, especially like. Yeah. Obviously, he's argued as like the greatest player, isn't he? Who is the greatest player in Premier League ever? Would you say Henry?
Oh God, it's so subjective, isn't it?
It's just
I
think it's easy, isn't it, to say, because I always kind of turn to like even Rooney.
So we're both in our 30s. So I've got a lot of love for Rooney, man. I think he's such an
he's underrated. I don't know why.
Underrated. The guy's a legend.
Yeah,
what he's achieved, how good he was.
Yeah.
We talk about those moments, that moment for Everton, how he like, I'm here, I've arrived.
Yeah, like I remember the commentary, like, ladies and gentlemen, introducing 16-year-old Wayne Rooney. I was down Park getting pissed, me.
Yeah.
And he's just rocking up and just smashing bars and in off Arsenal.
Yeah. obviously he hasn't done himself any favours with some of the stuff he's done in his personal life. But when you're on a rocket ship,
I think that's the thing. Once you're that big and you're that like famous with like playing for Man United, you're always in the media. You're always in newspaper.
Yeah.
Like back then, obviously, it wasn't as it is now. It was just newspapers, wasn't it? And you know, like cameras outside the house, like photographers.
We all make mistakes, don't we? But
No, of course,
unfortunately, he's just catapulted.
He's done some mad stuff, hasn't he? Like
same as Grealish as well.
I feel like they probably admit it, wouldn't they? I met Rooney at the darts actually.
Yeah,
recently.
he loves his darts, doesn't he?
Yeah, like he was with all these kids, and I felt like we was in the players area, like because I'm not like best mates with Thingy, but Chris Dobie, like I've like had back and forth with him for like a year and a half, like proper sound guy, sorted me out some tickets and that, and Rooney was over there, and I was like, Rooney, like again, legend. And then I waited till his kids got up to go to the barriers because I thought I'm not going to go over while his kids are there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, he's out with his kids, and then I went over and I was like, oh, Wayne, like, sorry to disturb you, mate. Can I just get a picture? Like, you just legend, mate. And he was like, yeah, sound. And then I leaned up and he was looking at me, and I was just like, and my wife was there, and I just remember him saying, I know you. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, every time I wake up in the morning, my kids are just doing that slow-mo around the house. And I was just like, oh, that's such a sick moment.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you all right to do a video with me, kid? I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Proper just do it. Just get Emmy and Arena. I was like, I don't even care I'm doing it. Like, I was just like, you know what I mean? It's Rooney, innit? But yeah, really, really sound guy.
Did he do one with a Rooney goal celebration where he puts his arms out, is he?
Is it? And then the Newcastle volley?
Yeah.
Oh, to the ref?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That was so mint because he was like giving the ref something, and he was like, all right, then no worries, mate. And then the ball just come up, and he just smashed in a volley from like 25 yards.
It's like magic, isn't it? But
yeah.
I suppose I can't tell you who I think the best Premier League player is of all time, but I can tell you like people who's affected me and the way I loved football. So it was like David Ginola. I had a soft spot for David Ginola.
Yeah.
Di Matteo at Chelsea. His goals in that FA Cup final. I was down the park recreating that goal in the first 35 seconds. Stan Collymore, local lad playing for Liverpool, he scored some ridiculous goals. So names like this, and then I said that there was the Invincibles for Arsenal, that whole team. Was it the Invincibles?
Yeah, 2004.
They didn't lose a game.
Yeah, it was like because everyone tries to take the mick, going like you drew half your games and all this, but it was like they didn't lose a game.
Don't matter.
You know what I mean?
Tony Yeboah, his 2 goals. Alan Shearer.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I collected all the little fatheads of them.
I love like Portsmouth, back in
Portsmouth.
I just love like Matty Taylor.
Yeah.
And like, you know, because he used to score like halfway line goals every couple of games and that. Like, because Portsmouth were at a point where, because you know, they went into was it administration? I think maybe something
liquidation.
Like that.
Same thing. Kind of.
But they were at a point where they were like FA Cup winners, Premier League for quite a lot of years, and just like even like when Blackburn was there with like Morgans Pedersen and, you know, Damien Duff and just trying to think of players back like early noughties and that, like loved it growing up.
That was part of my career. So when I did my cut run with Chasetown, we was the only team to go in front. Cardiff, we played Cardiff, and Cardiff went to the final against Portsmouth.
Oh wow, of course, because it was the semi-final was a bit mad, wasn't it? They had, I think Bristol City were there,
strange,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a mad one.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading 2004 apparently was the maddest year ever because you had Greece, the Euro winners.
Did they? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they beat Portugal, and then you had, I think Valencia won the La Liga, Arsenal went unbeaten, Porto won the Champions League, I think like Real Zaragoza won like the Cop de Rey or something.
Yeah, Real Zaragoza. I used to love them.
Like, it was just like, if you go back to 2004, the historic names you'd see, you go, because even like this year as well, Palace, first trophy, and God knows Newcastle.
Yeah.
Like,
pull up the keeper's name for Real Zaragoza. I think it was like Zubi Zaretta.
Oh,
you know, Albertini. You know the names growing up.
Yeah,
he won
like,
FIFA. Was it what was the other game? Was it Football Manager? But they all had the fake names.
Pro Evo.
Yeah.
Pro Evo.
04.
What?
04.
Just right. Famous Real Zaragoza keeper. Or just type in Zubi Zaretta. Who did he play for? Who did the Hadouken? Was it the Hadouken kick? Do you remember that? The England, somebody tried to chip him.
I'm just trying to think of the moment. Like, as soon as you said it, I'm like, oh. But again, like, just back then, like, remember Ricardo for Portugal?
The game was different then. It was more magical.
No, yeah, it was like just, more iconic, wasn't it? Like,
Like they're so fit now. Like the levels of fitness is a joke. You can't keep up. But
You've got,
they're all
like-
kicking the ball out of play. They're all doing shit passes.
Yeah, well, you think of like that Club World Cup at the minute. Like, I'm glad we're not in it, me. You know,
You've been watching it or not?
I've been keeping up to date with it because there's been some like big shocks, haven't they? Like Man City went out to Al Hilal or something.
I don't know who it was. Yeah.
Saudi Arabia team like beating 4-3.
I tried watching it with it's like 20% of people in the stadium, and the
yeah.
the interviewers are like, "There's a 2-0 deficit to the advantage team
I think
on
when
the fourth quarter." And I'm like, "What is this?"
Yeah. I think Inter got beat off Flamingo, I think,
Yeah.
and like Thiago Silva, 40 years old, like just keeping up with 20-year-olds. Like,
Oh, he's unbelievable.
he's
isn't
just an absolute beast, isn't he? I love those stories, man, where you just like... And Flamingo's keeper's 44, I think.
he? Yeah.
And he's been playing for like 28 years or something, just like at the top, like fucking crazy shit.
I watched the last one I watched was PSG versus Messi.
Oh, 4-0.
Yeah.
And then everyone just went, oh no, it was because obviously I don't know, like that, that debate as well, Messi, Ronaldo. I always just sit there and say, why can't we just appreciate two of these players in the same era?
Yeah.
Because you're never going to get it again, are you? So
Messi or Ronaldo, which one?
I'm always torn, because Ronaldo made my childhood horrible.
Yeah.
Like when he was playing for United, he was just he just took the piss, didn't he? He was the best player in the world, and with Messi, it's like I was buzzing when he won the the World Cup and he like completed football. But I don't know, it's a weird one because
So Ronaldo's not won it, has he?
no,
Yeah, which is
potentially
tough.
win it next year. I don't know.
Is it next year?
41 he's going to be.
Do you reckon Portugal's good enough?
Well, I know obviously they won the Nations League and people are like, it's a
He wants to win a World Cup.
it's a
doesn't he?
crap trophy. If they won it next year, what can you say there? Because they're both.
I don't reckon anybody will ever achieve that again.
No.
What
I
did he
don't think
just
so.
win? He just
Nations League.
the Nations League, yeah.
I mean, that's only been about for 6 years or something.
But you could see how much that meant to him.
But he won it twice. He's won the Euros. Like yeah, I think he's more emotional when it comes to Portugal because it's such a small
Yeah.
country, isn't it? So
You see him on the side when he did his AMI, was it in the Euros of the World Cup, and he's still kicking every ball.
yeah,
and
like
he's still,
he's probably even going like he's got more energy than the manager, hasn't he?
his work ethic's a joke, and he's in his clips where he's getting his son to do press ups.
Yeah, he's got
And
he's got the body of a 23-year-old in terms of how fit and like.
Just me and Ronaldo. It's God's gift.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's all about hunger. Because I was watching a clip. He's sat with a manager of one of the under teams, and he's watching his son play. And obviously the caption's like, "Imagine I playing football and Ronaldo's watching you."
Yeah.
And he's basically saying like, "Yeah, my kid's bigger than I was at this age. He's got the talent, he's got the ability." And then the guy next to him says like, "Has he got the hunger like you?" And he's like, "That's it nowadays. It's all about the hunger."
Yeah.
And the commitment, isn't it? So
He had to survive, didn't he, Ronaldo, growing up?
Oh,
He
that
come
was
out
it.
like a shack town.
Yeah,
he's
got a very, very like
And his son's a
poor
millionaire.
upbringing. Yeah.
So.
Well, he says, doesn't he? Like in, I think there's a clip on a documentary or like a video of him going back to his town with his son, and he goes in the house he grew up in, and he was like, his son's going, like,
It's all
"Oh my
cupboard.
God, what's this?" And
Yeah,
he's going, "I used to live here," and he's like laughing, going, "No, you didn't." He's like, "This is what I had to start from to get to where I'm at now," and it's very, like, yeah, it's a massive story.
It's
Isn't it?
alien, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
as I say, in my early 20s, when I scored a lot of my goals, it was all like VHS tapes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And now, like, I see the guys on Twitter who are playing non-league, and everyone's got this VO. Have you seen the VO? A little box which films the games.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Everyone's got the clips of the goals and everything. And like back in the day, I used to get like a videotape and take it home, and
Yeah.
the manager would ask me to review it, and I'd have to
VHS, man, I love that. I've got loads. Like my mum's still got like this like cupboard
Has she?
of like just full of VHS because like it's
80s action films.
80s actions, 90s, got Face Off, Con Air,
Oh, no way.
Lethal
Nicolas
Weapons.
Cage fan.
Oh, yeah, big fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in day anyway.
The Rock, do you remember that one?
Sean
8
Connery,
millimeter.
mate.
Nicolas Cage was a man back in the day.
He had that period, didn't he, where he was just in like every big 90s action movie.
Yeah.
And,
Snake
like,
Eyes. Do
Snake
you remember the one at the
Eyes.
boxing? He was a gambler at the boxing
Oh,
event.
I think so, actually.
And
Yeah.
Someone took a dive in the ring, and he had to figure out the whole thing. At the
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
event.
It's like Gone in 60 Seconds.
Gone in 60 seconds. man.
Ghost Rider. I mean, like National Treasure. I know he did like.
What
kind
was
of-
he in recently? He like did a comeback, didn't he? He was in.
It was
something
like a
pretty
film about. Was it? Oh, I have watched it. It's like it's the life of him being an actor or something.
good. Yeah.
can't think what it's called, because that meme's on the internet all the time when he looks at that guy in the car and the guy's going, like, just looking at him, like, dead mad if you've seen it, yeah.
From, what was that film back in the day? Oh, no. It wasn't Sleepless in Seattle.
There's also the Living in Las Vegas.
Living in Las Vegas.
Yeah, he was... Yeah, Face Off was one of my favourites. My mum, bless her as well, like, anytime it comes on ITV2, she'll always message me and go, I've recorded it.
Oh, bless her.
And I'm like, go on. And then when I come back to her house and that, I'm just like, how have you been? I'm like...
Put it on.
Face Off there. Look at that, taking 10% up of your planet.
Yeah, 10%. Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just watch it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Times are different. One of my mums was Jaws. She'd always have recorded Jaws for you.
I love Jaws, mate. I think it's a...
Jaws is one of the best films.
Yeah,
It's in my top 10.
Quentin Tarantino says it's like, if not the perfect film.
Does he really?
He says it in an interview where he's naming like top 5 films of like what's the perfect film, and like obviously him being, you know, the director he is, he'll have like, because even when you see interviews of actors getting asked the best 5, it won't be your certain films, because it's like, you know they've just got a like different range because of so many genres and stuff. But he says, I'm pretty sure he says like Jaws is one of like, if not the most perfect films
I'm
made.
so happy you've said that, mate, because I'm a big fan of Quentin
I'll try and
Tarantino.
send it you the link.
Big fan of Jaws as well.
Yeah, Jaws is meant.
I do honestly think it's perfect. I'll watch it at least once a week.
Oh,
honestly.
okay.
Yeah. So if I just wanted to chill out and like zone out, I'll put my feet up and watch it. And like whether it's the cinematography or the storytelling, like there's been a misconception over the years that it's a horror film about a shark, and it's not. It's like an adventure film about these three characters.
Like it's
the dialogue's so class.
Yeah, like I mean, iconic lines, like the camera shots, everything. You know, even when they're on the boat. You know, the guy, you know,
it's a different film. That last 40 minutes when they get on the boat, it's so good. It just picks up the rhythm.
You want to come shoveling this shit down here? Like that, and then he sees the shark, and you're like,
yeah.
You know
He's looking at the camera, and it's behind him.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's never been a shark film as good as that. Since,
oh god, yeah. Like what a scene as well. The shark's bigger than the fucking boat, innit?
Massive animatronic.
Yeah.
Dodgy robot.
Like what a line as well. Like, smile, you son of a bomb. Like
it's just been 50 years actually.
Is it 50 now?
Last week was
1975.
50 years,
Wow. 1975. That's my wife's favourite band. It was on at Glastonbury recently, weren't they?
Did you watch it or did you go?
He's a mad character, isn't he, that Matt Healy? I won't get too much into it, but he had a lot of criticism.
Go for it so I can clip it and put it on and tag him.
No, I took her for her birthday 2 years ago to watch him, and like obviously he's a mad character. Like he eats raw meat on stage, his shirt's out, like he comes out with like a cigarette and a glass of wine. Yeah, he had a Guinness, didn't he? But he'll come out and like he's just very flamboyant and very like. He's just got this mad character about him where like he's bouncing around on stage just mad, you know what I mean? His energy, like, but you know, it's his personality, it's his persona, like sound, you know what I mean? And he's obviously
just does one song and then that's it. Every song's
well, don't say that to my wife. It's like that. Can I speak to Kyle? But no, obviously they've obviously got an audience for it, haven't they? But Glastonbury, like, it wasn't their gig. So they had like
I don't know, like Charlie XCX, she headlined as well, and kind of did a what's the where they don't actually sing, Mind It.
Oh geez,
so a microphone was on.
I don't get that, you know, when people just mime.
Glasgow as well.
It's Glastonbury or like their own gig. Like you think like people are paid fucking hundreds of quids and that to come and watch you live, and then they just it's embarrassing when they get caught out in it.
Yeah, but I mean, they just do it by design now. They're not even asked. Like,
yeah, true. Like,
it was more like a video, like watching it perform, and them as well. 1975, really good cinematic.
Yeah.
But
But it was funny actually because I took her to MS Bank Arena in Liverpool to watch the 1975, and like, you know, it's mainly women, you know what I mean, bouncing around. And I just remember this guy who was in front of us, and he just turned around and he was like, "It's like 90% women here, isn't it? What's going on?" Started like going for it. I was like, he loves it deep down. You know
you just give me a cheat code there. I think that's where I need to start going and hanging out.
Yeah, come. We'll all go.
You mentioned your missus a lot, man. It's class. How long have you been married?
It was actually a year in May. Yeah, it's 5 years we've been together fully.
So she's not stupid then. She's got you locked down after your fame and your fortune.
I told her after 5 weeks I loved her.
Really?
Yeah. I think you just know, don't you?
No, I've been single 12 years. Or no.
It's.
Where did you meet her? Tell me the story. Paint a picture.
Well, she stubbed me up. No, I'm joking. Well, we met just when lockdown finished. So I lived in Manchester at the time, and I went to Blackpool. We went for a date in this bar, and you know, at the time where it was like you walk in and you got to sign in like it's school, like fuck off, and it's only us two, like grow up, fucking.
Fuck off.
Yeah, just walked in. I was like, signing in? What the fuck is this? Want me fucking card and everything? Like, obviously, you know, I was like, I'll sign in. You get a table. And we were the only 2 people in, and it was funny, you know, because this genuinely happened, and obviously it's nothing big, but I signed in, and then we sat where the actual stage is in that pub now. But because obviously during COVID, no one was singing. You know, like they had the fucking mad. See-through boards up and that, you know, like just mad, like thinking back to it, and it was like 5 years ago. Sat there having a drink, and obviously, you know, men in general chat shit, don't they, at times, and that, and just big something at what's not even that big. And I'm sat there and I'm chilling, and then I go, she's like, oh, do you do comedy? Then I go, yeah, big time. And she's like, oh yeah, like where do you do gigs? And then I'm sat there going, oh, all over, you know, even though nothing's open. The fucking COVID's it, and I'm going, yeah, you know, Manchester, Liverpool, London. Oh yeah, you name it. And then as I said that, this Hindu walked in, and I remember like one of the women, as we were about to sign in, she just randomly went, Karl Porter, yeah. And then I just looked at her and went, probably watch me, aren't they? You know what I mean? But you know, that was our first date. 9 o'clock. That's when the pubs closed at that point. I was like getting the train back when it's still.
I mean, she knew you from comedy, or was it like a blast from the past and you had to get out?
Who, that group of women? No. To be fair, I think because my name was the only name on the board, they might. I didn't know who these women were, but they've obviously just walked in and gone, oh, Karl Porter.
Right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it was me ironically going, probably watch me doing comedy, aren't they? You know what I mean? But then I think we had about 4 or 5 dates, and then after the 5th date, when everything started to seemingly get back to normal, yeah, I just said, I went for a Spanish restaurant, and I said, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you want to get another bottle of wine? I was like, get 2, I don't care. Yeah. I love you. And then, yeah.
And she's been chained up in the basement ever since?
That's it.
Because no one's ever seen her at a gig, have they?
And it's a coded door. So, you know what I mean? 10 tries and then it locks.
Oh,
I'm
God.
joking. Oh, God, going in there. That is a lie. We don't have a basement.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The radiator in the kitchen.
Yeah. Like teabag.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm going to have to take my hand off. But yeah, nearly 5 years now, which is crazy. Yeah.
How did you meet? You said you went on a date. You never said how.
It was through.
It was actually, who you ask.
Yeah. I was gonna say because I might tell you different, but no, it was through the apps.
Yeah.
Like Tinder. I think we spoke a little bit in 2019, and then nothing really materialised, and then I think it just started chatting in July, and then because her dad's like the biggest Liverpool fan ever.
Is he?
Yeah, like he's literally went to every European final in the 70s,
No way.
80s, like every FA Cup win, like Premier League, like the league back then. And she started seeing my story the 2020 when we won the league. I was just putting all, you know, Instagram stories like champions and all this. So she kind of like maybe was a little interested, like, oh, you spot Liverpool then, because she probably assumed I was a United fan or something. And then from that, it was just like we started chatting, and then said we'll meet up. And then yeah, the rest is history. As
you had
I
a
say.
few beers with her dad then.
Yeah. We was like went to the parade and that recently.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking just pissing down though. So it was.
How was it? Yeah. What about the car situation?
Well, we were near that road actually, like probably like 2 hours before, but because we couldn't get down to the road to see the bus pass, we kind of gave up. Where we were like, do you want to just go to a pub, dry off, and just have a few beers? We were staying over. We had an apartment. And then I think it was about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock when we heading back to the apartment, like we started to hear about what happened, and I was like, gosh, like horrific, wasn't it? Like that to happen on such a huge day, and yeah.
I think it was a misfortunate stage of events, wasn't it? I don't think it was. It didn't look. I've got to be careful what words I say here, so it's not flagged up or anything. It's just an unfortunate situation.
Yeah,
right?
I think what I just read, it was just a guy who was very highly intoxicated or whatever, and he's just
panicked.
Obviously,
if people start smashing your car up, you're going to
I don't know what he's done. I mean, I don't even know how he's got to that stage though, because it was so very. It was like
shut off, wasn't it, and stuff.
Everything was shut off. Everything was like very military, where it was like you can go down this way, that way. You're not allowed to go there. And the fact that he's got a car down there, I was like, how was that even happened? First of all, and then
I did see earlier clip though, and there was like a few cars going down the road, so I don't know what happened.
Maybe
there.
Just like somehow they just missed it. I don't know, but
you mentioned Tinder and stuff. Our last guest was telling me I should get on Grindr.
Oh, okay.
Do you reckon that's worth a shot or not?
Grindr isn't it a different sort
I don't think Will knows.
Oh, the little cough. Well, what happened was but yeah, there's quite a few now, though, isn't there?
So here we go then. Will's 15 questions, I think, by the looks of it.
Oh yeah.
Who was the first Premier League? Who was the all-time Premier League top scorer, July 2025? That's this season, yeah?
Who was top goal scorer this Premier League
That is.
season? Oh, Mohamed Salah.
How many goals did he get?
In the Premier League this year?
Yeah.
I know he got 50. Did he get like 60 goal contribution? I'm trying to think now. Did he get...
This season?
I think he got 28 in the Premier League this year. What was the question? Did the Premier League just gone?
Who was the Premier League's all-time top scorer as of July 2025? Okay. Who's the Premier League's all-time top scorer?
Alan Shearer, 260.
He does know his stuff, doesn't he? Which team went an entire Premier League season unbeaten?
Arsenal, yeah, 2004.
Who was the first manager to win the Premier League?
Alex Ferguson.
Was it really?
1992 to 93.
How many English managers have won the Premier League?
None.
How mad's that?
That is crazy. He's the only British manager to win it, isn't he? Because you had
British manager, yeah.
British manager, yeah. Because you've had... No, I'd take that back. Kenny Dalglish as well. He won it with Blackburn, 95.
Scottish as well, though, isn't he?
Scottish, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're the only two, I think, and then...
I mean, it's an interesting one because we've got the St George's is just down the road.
Okay.
You know, the whole PFA and the education system on the coaches. And it's not cheap, man. People's telling me to go and get my badges and go into management. But I'm saying, you lose 3 or 4 games, you're out the door.
Yeah.
And then...
Money, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's expensive to invest in it. And then, like, you look at the game and it's like there's nobody winning.
Jeez.
How many teams compete in the Premier League each season?
It's easy, these, lad. 20.
What's the nickname of Newcastle United?
The Magpies.
Which Premier League team has a mascot named Gunnosaurus?
Surely it's
Have
Arsenal,
you
isn't it?
stitched me up here? He's fucking stitched me up.
Arsenal, yeah.
Which player scored the fastest hat-trick in the Premier League?
Sadio Mane.
When was that? What year was that?
It was Southampton.
Mate, he's a stato, you're right.
I think he was like 4 minutes or something. Something mad.
I scored a 6-minute hat-trick the once for Telford. Yeah.
Be in there if that Premier League, you'd be getting
Mile
in
away from the Premier League. Which club won the Premier League in 2016 in one of the biggest shocks in football history?
Leicester City.
Yeah, what a season that was, by the way.
Mental.
And then you talk about these situations in football which you can't explain, and then the chairman goes and dies in an helicopter crash.
Yeah, that was crazy. Again, just a unfortunate event where you crazy.
Who is the only goalkeeper to have won the Premier League Player of the Season award?
Oh wow. What, the PFA? Or
yeah.
Oh wow.
Who's the only goalkeeper to have won the Premier League Player of the Season award?
It's not the PFA. It'll be like, because there's like the FA, FWA. There's the Player of the Season.
The main one.
Have you got the answer up?
I have actually, yeah.
I'll say.
Come on, you know.
Peter Schmeichel?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I was thinking that. I just thought maybe it'd be Checo.
95, 96.
Right, makes sense. Yeah.
What club plays its home matches at Villa Park?
Aston Villa. He's fuming here.
Mate, honestly. I bet somebody on TikTok won't know these answers. Who managed United straight after Sir Alex?
David Moyes.
I wouldn't have got that one, to be fair.
Only for 10 months, I think. And they shouldn't have sacked him on Twitter. That's what Roy Keane said. I love that. He goes, he didn't get support. They should have sacked him on Twitter as well.
Who was after Moisey?
Van Hal. And then Mourinho. And then,
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then I think it was Radnick.
Mate, what a wild few years, man.
No, Solskjaer, I think. Yeah, they had a mad.
So what year was that?
What's that?
So when Ferguson left after all the years?
2013. 26 years he was there, yeah.
Felt like last week, man.
Oh.
Who's had the most relegations from the Premier League?
You know what? I feel like I know this. Is it Norwich City?
Wow, this bloke's a joke.
I think it's 5, you know.
You got it, yeah?
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they always come up and went... Because do you remember Delia Smith?
Yeah.
Where are you? Never been back up since. What a knob. You know what I mean? I just remember the camera panning to the crowd and someone were going...
He's got a Delia Smith impression. Yeah. That's class. I didn't see that one coming. Who scored the goal that won Manchester City the title in 2012? Mate, let me finish the question before you... How did you even know? Which Premier League club has "You'll Never Walk Alone" as its anthem?
It could. Did they win the Premier
Do
League
you
recently?
think our audience is, mate? Like 5-year-old kids or what?
Liverpool. There you go.
That was good crack.
God, I should have some harder questions than that.
Come on, ask me one. You got any?
Oh, okay. Who managed Bolton Wanderers in 2004?
Fucking hell.
I don't know. I'm not saying how long, but I just remember him that era because he did well with them, to be fair. He got him to UEFA Cup.
I couldn't tell you, but I know Michael Ricketts, who I was at Walsall with. He went and did a stint at Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
And it was that time, so I can remember him playing.
They're not in
there.
the Premier League now.
No,
They're not even in the Championship.
I couldn't tell you that.
Bolton.
No, who?
Oh, shit, yeah, of course. That was the fucking question, wasn't it? You fucking knobhead. I deserve to miss my train. Sam Allardyce.
What time did you train?
Oh, I think it's...
We good.
Was it?
We'll smash it for another 10 minutes.
Yeah, let's do it. Go on, get me a harder quiz up.
You want to do another quiz?
I've had a quiz.
Will's fantastic quiz game
Come
for
on.
the last 10 minutes.
Go on then, let me give you one. Who...
I got one. Who won the 2019 Royal Rumble?
2019. Oh, wait.
Do you know this one?
Wait, don't tell me. I'm going to think it now. So, 2015
We're killing
was
him here in the corner.
Roman Reigns, 2015. 16 was Triple H. 17, I'm trying to go from this way. 17 was... 2018. Was it Shinshan Shakamura?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Was it him?
Yeah.
Was it? Go on!
Carry on
I'm
now.
buzzing with that.
Mate, that's a joke. How do you know that?
You know what? Like, I did used to watch wrestling. Like, I used to miss school every Monday once a month.
Yeah, he's got a better list for you now.
Yeah.
Who scored the very first Premier League goal?
What a knobhead you are. Sheringham.
This is Brian Dean for Sheffield
Brian
versus
Dean.
Man United.
Oh, I was half right.
Yeah. Which player was the first to score a Premier League own goal and receive a red card in the same game?
Again, this is like 90s, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't say the year on this one, but it is 90s.
Yeah. Is he a big player?
Yeah, you'll know him, yeah.
What team? Is that? Can I have that as a clue?
Team now.
No.
Which player was the first to score a Premier League own goal and receive a red card in the same
Jamie
game?
Carragher.
No, Richard Dunn.
Richard Dunn
Yeah.
for City, yeah. Because that would have been in the 2000s, wasn't it? Because it's the same. You're saying it at the same
yeah.
time, aren't you? Yeah.
Only one club has won the Premier League with a negative goal difference in the second half of the season. Which was it?
I mean, Man United.
100%.
I was going to say 13 titles.
Now it's Man United. Who was the first goalkeeper to score a Premier League goal from open play?
Was it Pete Schmeichel? Paul Robinson?
Yes.
Was it Paul Robinson? Yeah.
Mate, you're a joke. In the infamous Battle of the Buffet, 2004, which player allegedly threw pizza at Sir Alice Ferguson?
They were talking. I remember Fabregas mentioning this. Like, no, was it Van Persie? Someone. Was it Fabregas?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, I remember the interview.
Mate,
Yeah.
a joke. Who was the first African player to win the Premier League's Golden Boot?
Mohamed Salah.
No.
Oh, Didier Drogba.
Mate, you are on
Damn
fire.
it! So just because I know he's won it 4 times now. Recent.
Did he
I was
say
going
that?
off, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, for Chelsea.
That was the 6-7 one he was on about.
Yeah, Drogba was an absolute animal, wasn't he?
Number 7. In 1999, who missed a crucial penalty that handed Arsenal a defeat against Leeds and ultimately gift Manchester United the title?
Oh. So just have to say the question again. Who missed the penalty?
In 1999, who missed the crucial penalty for Arsenal?
For Arsenal.
Arsenal a defeat against Leeds and ultimately gifted
feel like
Manchester
it's-
United.
Not the obvious. I'm going to say Wiltord.
1999.
Bergkamp. Henry.
I don't know why this chap was taking a penalty, to be fair.
What's to begin with?
What, his surname
Yeah.
was W?
Wiltord.
Nah.
Oh, I've just said that, innit? I don't know.
Winterburn?
No, I don't know.
Nigel Winterburn?
Nigel Winter. now you say his first name. All right.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have got that either. Who was the only manager to be sacked with his team top of the Premier League table? Mate, I ain't even got a clue of some of these.
Trying to think, was it trying to think. It may be Norwich's manager.
Nah, top of the Premier League.
Well, they in '93 they came third.
Mate, you're a joke. You are.
'93, yeah, they came. I'm sure they did. They were battling with Aston Villa, but I'll say
Top of the Premier League.
Di Matteo.
That's a good shout. 3 to 4. I mean, you're very close.
Oh, 3 to 4.
Chelsea 2003 to 2004.
Ranieri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable. Which club conceded the most Premier League goals in a single season?
It was Sheffield United. 107.
Manchester United this season. No, it's not. No,
Was it Sheffield?
no.
Didn't they?
I'll tell you, I mean, 89 goals, 2007 to 2008.
70. Oh, Derby County.
Mate, you are ridiculous.
Is it Derby County?
Yeah.
I felt thinking of one.
What is the fewest number of goals a team has scored in a full Premier League season?
What, and won it?
Same season.
7 to 8.
The fewest goals in a season.
Derby. Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
What's this one? Which player has the most Premier League red cards?
Oh. Oh, wow.
I think I had this one. I can
It was someone. No, sorry.
answers
I was
lower down.
thinking the most yellow cards. I think it's Tyoski or someone.
Which
but,
player has the most Premier League red cards?
I'm just gonna have to. Richard Dunn.
Richard Dunn. I'm going to say Everton, Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, that's good, massive. Yeah, good
Yeah.
shout.
Which player has the most red cards? Number 11. Duncan Ferguson.
Duncan Ferguson.
Oh, Duncan Ferguson. Patrick Vieira. Richard Dunn.
Go on.
All have 8 red cards, so you still got it right, you twat.
The brackets coming up, wasn't it? Vieira.
Vieira's shocked me there.
Vieira, yeah. Well, to be fair, him and Roy Keane. You know what I
Well,
mean?
it doesn't say Roy Keane, yeah. Who was the last player to score a hat-trick against Manchester United in the Premier League as of July 2025?
Oh, Mohamed Salah. At Old Trafford, 2023. No, 2021 it was.
Mo Salah, 2021. 21-22, yeah.
Yeah. 5-0.
Which Premier League striker scored in every calendar month of 2021? I think.
What, 2020 to 2021 or 21 to 22?
Just 21.
It was. I mean, I'd say Salah, but
No.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harry Kane. Who is the only player to have scored, assisted, and received a red card in the same Premier League game? Scored, assisted, and
Was
a red
it?
card. in the
I don't
same
know why it's coming in my head. It might have played for Wigan. Titus Bramble.
game. Good old Titus.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't know why it
no.
coming in. No.
Lee Catamol.
Oh, for Sunderland.
Yeah.
Mm.
I wouldn't have got that.
Okay.
What club had 5 different managers in a single Premier League season?
Jesus. Southampton. Is it a big club?
You've mentioned them tonight, yeah?
Sheffield United.
No.
Burnley.
No. We've got him. Last question, we've
Is it
got
last
him.
question?
Yeah.
Norwich.
No.
What's the beginning?
So
with?
he's not good enough. We're going to
I
wrap it
know.
up. He doesn't know it.
Who was it?
Watford.
Watford. Good old Troy Deeney.
Yeah. So what's next then, mate? We'll end it on a positive note. Where are we going from here in life?
Listen, Karl Porter Comedy. Go on my socials. In my bio, there's tickets for my show still. At London, at the Soho, 3rd of October. Come down. I'm buzzing for it, Karl and friends.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a adventurous night.
You're going to get us on the guest list, or
If you two want to come down, you
Where
need
is
to be
it?
on the list. It's in London.
fancy London?
Let me know when, boom, the tickets are on there for you.
No, I think I definitely will fancy that, mate. To be
Yeah,
honest,
let's do it.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm Kyle Perry. This is the Pezadoc Show. Will's going to pull up the graphics.
Give it a
Play
follow.
some sexy music. Give it a follow. And I
Top
appreciate
lads.
that.
Will in the background. Good
Yeah.
man.
And do we finish it on your slow motion stuff?